Good morning. It is 9:45 and it is morning here. So, welcome to this video. I am excited because one of the things about me is I love to read. And this is going to be a reading challenge video, as if you can't tell from the title and thumbnail. I am a busy stay-at-home mom. So, busy stay-at-home mom. I stay home with my 6-month-old baby, and I am mainly in charge of all the housekeeping, like keeping up with the home, keeping up with the meals, all that stuff. Gunther does help when I ask him to help, but that's kind of like my main responsibility, what we've agreed on. But I also am busy because I have other things that I like to do and prioritize, such as YouTube. And also, he works for a ministry. And so I try and help out where I can and meet with girls when I can. And so I am probably out of the house at least once a day, have plans, and yeah, it's just also busy being a mom. So, all that being said, I love to read though. I do. I love to read so much that I considered making this a reading channel, but I just didn't. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just didn't. I think I have so much respect for reading vloggers, but I feel like I would get like stuck and I would just not be as creative because I wouldn't be able to think of all the fun videos that they do. Who knows? Maybe someday down the line I'll do a little fun reading thing. But I'm at least for now doing a reading, it's weird lighting, a reading video challenge to see how much I can read as a busy stay-at-home mom. So it's currently Thursday. I think I'm going to film this video until at least Monday so that I have Tuesday to edit and I can upload it on Wednesday. I had a hard time figuring out where to put my phone to film. So my hands are kind of, I'm holding the phone, holding the microphone, and my book is over there. But I'm just going to show you what book I'm reading. I'm reading Project Hail Mary, and I'm actually reading it with Gunther. I've heard it's a great book to read as somebody who's not into sci-fi but wants to kind of start, or just wants to read a sci-fi book. Gunther loves sci-fi. I do not. I just get overwhelmed and bored. But this book is genuinely so good. Like, I've heard it being good, and so my standards were kind of high, and it has been meeting my standards so far. It traps you in right from the beginning. I'm excited. I think I'm on a page like 124, and there's like 470 something pages. So I have a ways to go. My goal is to at least finish this book by the end of this reading challenge. We'll see if that happens. I do have a busy couple of days. My parents are coming in town Saturday, and that'll be fun and filled with that. We just have fall things that until then, and then after that, and we have church on Sunday and all the things. So come along with me as I read as much as I can in the next few days as a busy stay-at-home mother. Okay, so I changed shirts because it's still a little too warm for sweater weather around here. I literally have 5 minutes. I did the chores that I wanted to get done before leaving the house, and Bear is still sleeping. He's sleeping a long time. I have 5 minutes until I have to get him up and feed him and change him and leave because I need to be somewhere by 11. So I'm gonna read for 5 minutes. Okay, I read for 5 minutes, but then I also realized that I did not tell you what this book was even about. I'm not good at giving a summary of what I'm reading without giving away spoilers, so I'm just gonna read the summary real quick. Ryland Grace is a sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish. Except that right now, he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very, very long time, and he's just awakened to find himself millions of miles from home, with nothing but 2 corpses for company. His crewmates dead, his memories fuzzily returning, Ryland realizes that an impossible task now confronts him. Hurtling through space on this tiny ship, it's up to him to puzzle out an impossible scientific mystery and conquer an extinction-level threat to our species. And with the clock ticking down and the nearest human being light years away, he's got to do it all alone. Or does he? An irresistible interstellar adventure as only Andy Weir could imagine it, Project Hail Mary is a tale of discovery, speculation, and survival to rival The Martian while taking us to places it never dreamed of going. So, it's pretty good. You should check it out. All right, now I gotta go wake up Bear. Good morning. Did you have a good long nap? Did you? Oh, sweet potato. Okay, wow. It's 3 o'clock. I think I left you guys at like 10:30. I was leaving to go to a church function. I brought my book just in case. I ran it for you, Aaron, so in case I got nap trapped in the car, I could read, but Bear woke up when I got him out, obviously, when we got there, and so he like slept on and off in the car. I just put him down for an actual nap, and he, I think, is about to fall asleep. So I changed. I'm in a comfy, cozy sweater. I'm in my bedroom, and I feel like I could fall asleep, but I'm not a great napper, so I don't know, if I close my eyes, it'll be like for 5 minutes just to kind of, but I'm excited to keep reading. So far, I have read, like, I started on page 148 this morning, and I'm on page 150. We'll see how it goes. Okay, since the last time I talked to you, Gunther came home, we caught up some, and now I am warming up some of Bear's applesauce, and gonna get carrot sticks for him to practice eating. Don't worry, they're steamed carrot sticks, in case you were wondering. I'm at page 160 something, so I've read probably like 20, almost 20 pages, if not 20. And yeah, it was kind of hard to read during that hour. He slept from like 3 to 4. It's 4:48 right now. And I just was so sleepy, but it was getting good. It's just some of the scientific talk, I was just like, not dozing, but definitely could have closed my eyes. And I did a little bit, even though I didn't fall asleep. But it's a good book. And now I feel like I'm getting my second win for the day. Yeah. We are going to a volleyball game at 6. I'm going to feed him now, and I'm going to eat dinner myself. I don't see myself reading until, honestly, after he goes to bed, just because, I don't know, I don't really want to read while he's awake. I'm going to play and interact with him some, or get stuff done. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. Hey, big boy. Good job. Okay, so I'm finally in bed, and it's 9:28. Gunther's actually going to read Project Hail Mary tonight, sadly. I'm going to read another book on my Kindle called The Waitress, but today I read from page 148 to 174. So, got to read on and off in little spurts throughout the rest of the day. Yes? And this I'm gonna read on my Kindle. Okay, so I finished reading while I was feeding Bear, and then I went to go work out, came back, put Bear down for a nap, and I had a little snack and I started reading, and I just couldn't stop reading. So I read for like 30 minutes, and I need a shower and wash my hair while I can, while Bear's still asleep. And then I probably should clean up a little bit around the house. It's not super messy, but just clean up the kitchen, make the bed, just little daily cleanup stuff. And then Bear will probably wake up soon so that he can eat. And if he does, then I'll feed him and then try and make some of that applesauce and maybe make dinner. But I really just want to read. And so but I also need to get stuff done. I don't need to just like neglect all my responsibilities because I'm reading for a video. I'm gonna go ahead and shower and then just try and get some stuff done. Hello, a couple hours later. I did end up showering, but I completely forgot I had an eyebrow waxing appointment. So Gunther came home, Bear was still napping. I went and got my eyebrows done, and now I'm back. And Gunther took Bear to go on a walk, and he's gonna have him for a couple hours. So I have my little lunch. It's chicken nuggets, tomatoes, and mozzarella with balsamic vinegar and avocado toast. And I'm just gonna read. I'm so excited. And I do this even with Bear here, but it is nice to just know that like he is accounted for and I can just read for a couple hours, and let's see how far I get. I'm currently on page 206. So it's about 2 o'clock. Gunther's gonna be back around 3. I've been reading for almost an hour, maybe? No, less than an hour, but I feel like I've been reading for a while. I could keep reading, but I am just thinking about things that I like need to / want to get done, that it would just kind of be irresponsible if I let it sit because I wanted to read. So realistically, I need to get that stuff done, but I'm very impressed with myself. I started reading yesterday and I was at page 148 and I'm now at page 232. So almost 100 pages in 2 days, and just continues to remind me like I can read a lot more than I think I can if I'm not wasting little frivolous minutes on social media. We're gonna go to Boo at the zoo with Bear. He's a little turtle. So he's obviously too little to do any of the trick-or-treating. This really experience is just for me and Gunther, to just kind of go with him, dress him up, and go out. And so we're excited about that. And then we have a hangout tonight at a friend's house at 6:30. So we're gonna try putting him in the pack and play. We're gonna bring the pack and play and put him to bed in that while we're there for a couple hours and then come home. Realistically, I probably won't read again until tonight. Until I go to sleep, and Gunther will probably want to read this. So, okay, until next time. So I don't even remember the last time that I updated, but I am in bed and it's Saturday night. I've read on and off since yesterday. Excuse me, not a ton, but little spurts when I can. I did have a little bit time earlier today. My parents came in town this morning and for lunch and left, and we had a little bit of time while Bear was napping just to read, and so we read a little bit, but honestly I was so tired that I kept like closing my eyes and just resting them, and then I'd open them and read. Yeah, for now, good night. Hello. Okay, it is Monday afternoon, and I just wanted to formally wrap up this vlog, even though I've not checked in with you guys since Saturday night, which just proves like how busy Sunday and Monday have been. And I've read a little bit here and there, but it's literally been like 5 minutes at a time, and I haven't really had my phone near me, so I haven't filmed it. But yesterday, I'm trying to think, yesterday I went to church, and then we went straight to a lunch, and then we came home, Gunther napped, I caught up with a friend on the phone, and then we had this like kind of evening service kind of thing at our church that we don't usually have. We usually have Bible study, so we went there instead of having Bible study, and I was so tired last night. I don't even remember if I read. I think I read like a couple pages, but I couldn't even understand what I was reading and comprehending, so I had to like reread that today. And then this morning I got up and I went to work out. I don't know if you cared about all the things that I did, but I did all those things, and I read in little spurts, but I thought I would just kind of update you guys on how much I read. So I think I started this on Thursday, Friday, Wednesday or Thursday. Man, I can't even remember. Anyway, you know what day I started on because I told you in the beginning of this video. I sadly did not finish the book. I started here on page 148, and I read this much. And I got to page 296, but I did the calculations and it was like 147 pages. So I started on page 148. So I basically read like doubled in a few days that I read of like what I read in a week. So very proud of myself. I was reading a lot more than I usually read, but I didn't read as much as I thought I would. Like I thought I was gonna read literally every spare minute I had, and I just didn't want to do that in certain times. And I was like, that's not realistic. That's not the goal of this video. The goal of the video is just to like see how much I can read realistically in like as a busy stay-at-home mom. I also read about 15 pages of my other book on my Kindle, The Wishress. So let's just say I read about 162 pages in the span of 3 or 4 days. So not too bad. This book is really good. I highly recommend it so far. I started off as I was like reading this, I was like, oh, this is definitely a 5-star read so far, because the author just does an amazing job of making science talk interesting. Like his writing style is great. It's funny. It's very, you know, everyday lay person kind of talk. Yet you're learning a lot. And then it also is starting to get some emotional aspects. But now I'm on page 296 and there's like 476 pages. And I'm like, okay, it's good, but I'm like, all right, I'm ready for it to be over. And maybe that's just because I haven't read like a long book in a while. I think on average, the books I read are anywhere between 200 and 300 pages. So that makes sense with it, me being at like 290 something, where I'm like, okay, I still have a little bit to go and it's not over yet, but I am interested to see where it goes. So I would be surprised if my rating was any less than 4 stars. That's the video. Like I said, Bear's napping and I got to read a lot. I will see you in my next video. Thanks.